leadership skills for New World relationship demands. Cue the appropriate quote attributed to Albert Einstein: "The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results." We're individually and collectively standing at a threshold where we must make a choice. Stay in our current relationships just the way they are, or mature out of outdated survival patterns, process old emotional debris, and step into a more meaningful, authentic, and life-nourishing path. For us, myself and Kylie, two relationship experts who also happen to be very much in love with each other, we now know the possibility that love can offer when we're willing to actively choose our relationships and the lessons that emerge within them with curiosity, grace, and humility. Love, when entered into by willing adults committed to transforming themselves, can be the ultimate space of healing and growth. From that place, we are no longer existing in relationships that make us feel imprisoned and that we have to stay in forever to make them work, but rather we are both choosing to be in a relationship that liberates us from our previous patterns and habits that prevented us from creating the type of love, life, family, and partnership we have always desired. A relationship that centers each other's souls, not fears. We call it Liberated Love, and we're excited to walk you through how to cultivate it for yourself and with others. What is liberated love? Okay, we get it. Liberated love sounds like something you'd hear a couple of New Agers talking about at a vegan cafe in Sedona, Arizona. But don't worry, you don't need to join an ashram, go on a pilgrimage, eat a bunch of mushrooms, or move to the desert to understand it, embody it, or live it. Although you could certainly do that. All you need is you, along with your courageous, curious, and open heart, to show up willing to liberate yourself. We're regular people who have a deep passion for understanding relationships and deepening our love, not just for each other, but also for the world and all the beings in it. And we're here to help you make love blossom. We're also here to help you learn, as we've learned, to walk away when a relationship is no longer serving you. When you're willing to face your stuff and finally let go of old protective behaviors and patterns, you can finally embody and experience the love that everyone dreams of. But don't be fooled. This isn't a book about fairy tales or a guide on how to live out the Notebook, although Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, swoon. This is a book focused on using the container of relationship to learn the necessary skills to fully step into your individual and relational potential. We get that you will be arriving at this journey, and oh boy, it certainly is a journey, with different hopes, wounds, stories, and scars around love. But no matter how you're arriving in this moment, it's likely that you're ready for a new conversation, depth, and template for relating. Buckle up. We hear you, and we're with you. Love is one of the greatest instruments for expansion and liberation. For both of us, previous relational challenges were wake-up calls that forced us to ask big questions and ultimately put us on this path to liberated love. These big questions included: what's in the way of my ability to give and receive love? Why can't I figure this love thing out? Why do I feel like I can never be fully myself in a romantic relationship? Why can't I fully choose this? Why do I keep finding myself in the same type of relationships, repeating the same patterns? These questions and our voyage through relationships have taken us, individually and together, to the depths of our bodies and souls. We had to get our hands dirty and dig into the deepest corners of our psyche and physiology to get to the root of what's really going on beneath the surface of our patterns. Trust us, we went deep. Carl Jung would be proud. But it was only when we got to the root of our patterns that we had an opportunity to create a new template. We call this new template Liberated Love. Spiritual teacher and social psychologist Ram Dass once said, "The highest relationship is one where two people have consciously and intentionally said, 'Yes, let's get free, and let's use our relationship with one another as one of the vehicles for doing that.' In order to do that, since we know that in freedom is truth, let's be truthful with one another." This, dear friends, is liberated love. Now you might be thinking, well, if Ram Dass is into it, I want to know more about it. Kylie and Mark, can you explain more about what liberated love is and what it isn't? Gosh, we are...